What is going on today? Daniel with Cuervo ATV. Today we are talking about my 2023 bike here and what changes there are for 2023. So I've had a minute to go through this bike, see what changes there are, and the main one is actually brought up to me by another shop owner, Jay, from Illinois Power Sports. He deals with a lot of vortex stuff, and my plan was to run a vortex on this unit to build mapping and do some stuff with. But he had called me asking if I had noticed a ECU change, so I was like, well, let me go look and see what's going on. So the ECU connector, ECU wire harness is all different for 2023. So anybody with a 23 looking to run a vortex on it, that is not going to work. Now the difference in the 23 versus prior years, the only thing that is different is they added a additional wire for the factory diagnostic port, which I'll show you here in a second. Let's see, this one's tucked down here. So that white connector there is a 4-pin connector. It's buried under there right now, but in all the prior years that has been a 3-pin connector. So after going through the wire harness, checking all the rest of the bike, different connections, that is the only difference. Now the size of the ECU, the bracket for the ECU is a bit different as well. Guys wanting to run the vortex on a 23, what I recommend doing is buying a complete wire harness and changing it out from the prior years. So you can go 15 through 20 is what I recommend doing. And yeah, it's a chunk of money. You'll have your wire harness and ECU coming off of your new bike if that's the way you're going. But so you'll get some value back there, maybe reselling it on the used market. But then you can switch that over and run that unit. So it's more time consuming than anything else. Remembering how it's ran and how it's laid out, but that is probably the most cost-effective, easiest solution. Maybe somebody will make a connector, maybe Vortex will make a updated unit. I doubt that will come out or even be in the works for a few years, I suspect. So, but besides that, swapping the harness over is the easiest solution. And there you go, you're back on the road. For me, I'm running Power Commander on it, so that is not a big deal. I'm not going to go down that road too much with the Vortex. It's just not worth it for the for what I want to do with this this bike. But I'll make some maps as I get a chance. When we have bikes come in that need tuned, we'll be building maps for those. So that isn't totally out of the question of making progress there. It's just I'm not going to do it on this bike. So we will continue on with that. So there you go. That is the only thing that I have seen that is different for the 2023s. Besides plastics, ECU wire harness. All right. We'll get to another video here in a second overviewing what I'm doing with this build and modifications, and hopefully go have some fun this year. So, all right, thanks guys.